for the offense?
First, let me see. First quarter, I felt like the offense we got stagnant. We wasn't going by our principles, and that's sharing the ball and feeding the post whenever Dre runs to the rim. We was just pretty much working on a lot of pick and roll and just pretty much just wasn't playing together. That's first and foremost. We wasn't playing together, and you can tell like everybody was like swing, passing up open shots. Like we need guys to shoot those shots every time.
So that's the second time that you've talked about not playing together. It happened again in spurts against the Knicks the other night. When those kinds of things happen throughout the course of the game, how do you remedy that as it's happening rather than waiting until the next game to try and fix it?
During the game, we pretty much just talk to each other and know that it's coming from a good place. If Dre's getting on me, I know it's coming from a good place and all he wants to do is win. I'm not going to take it personally if he's getting on me. And I feel like that's what we have to make sure that we understand that we have a great group of guys around us. And if you're messing up, I should be able to come to you and let you know. So.
And JB was telling us, he spent a little bit more time with you guys. Usually he doesn't like to say as much after games. He likes to do it the next day. That's what he said anyway. Mm-hmm. But with what he was trying to get across to you guys tonight, Collin, what did you take from that message?
The message is there. It's there. It's what we need to do. And I'm glad that he came and said what he said to us. Just the simple fact that it's going to help. It's going to help us and help to understand like no one person is bigger than the team. At the end of the day, no one person is bigger than the team. And if we're going to do this, we got to do it together. It's the whole. It's one. And at the end of the day, we all have one goal, and that's to win. We all understand what it feels like to lose. So now, what are we going to do about it? And that's play together.
Kelsey.
Coach Russo, The Athletic. Collin, JB has talked about, and you guys have talked about a lot about, building trust, building belief in one another. But I guess with these losses, these last two losses, what is that step for you guys, like, to continue building that? Because, like, it does take time, and he did recognize that. But where do you see that, like, what needs to happen to have that belief and that trust in each other to, play together and do what you guys want to do?
I would probably say just stay confident. So many times out of 100, we got to force it to them. We got to make sure that we're locked in on that. And we can't just say, my bad. At the end of the day, you maybe mess up a few times, but don't just continue to do it over and over. And that's what JB wants us to pretty much just get. Like, it's no more my bad. Let's just do it the right way each and every time.
Spencer Davies, basketballnews.com. You kind of hit on it already, Collin, but the indecisiveness of the team and passing up shots and not really, having a purpose of knowing what you're going to do on offense. But when you see when it works over the last week where you've made all those positive strides, where do you think that's coming from? Why do you think guys are kind of hesitant on what to do?
I wouldn't. 1 second.
Oh, that's somebody that's still. I'm just checking to see if anybody's still there.
My bad. I wouldn't say just like, I'll probably say just pretty much we're just in between. I would say we're in between. We don't know if we want to pass or shoot it. The worst thing that we can do is pass up an open shot. At the end of the day, like we continue to say, and like we tell Darius, tell Jetty, like they know how to shoot. Those are the best shooters on our team, and we need them to shoot every time if you're wide open. Like, don't even think about it. And I feel like sometimes we try to get everybody else involved, which is pretty much trying to play through each other and play together. But those are the shots that we need. It's not a bad shot because at the end of the day, it puts us in a position to get back on defense. Because at the end of the day, the only thing it's going to be able to do is go in or miss it. So.
And then on the defensive end, the last couple of games have been a little tough for you guys on the perimeter defensively. JB said that he'd like you guys to run him off a little bit more because you got the shot blockers you do behind you. Would you agree with that assessment? And what other ways can you guys improve just contesting those shots on the outside?
I'll probably say just pretty much getting closer to our man the entire game, separating that space, don't let him breathe, just making sure we're getting to the ball so we can get over the pick and roll and contest each and every shot. So You'll see like tonight, Victor and Malcolm, they made some threes just because we weren't all the way into the ball. And a few times, if you're not into the ball, they're just going to walk right into a three. So when it's like that, we got to make sure we're into the ball and make sure we're together as one.
Last one, Chris.
Collin, you guys got off to the 3-0 start, and you were really happy about the way that you were playing offensively and defensively. And now you've lost 2 in a row against the Knicks and the Pacers. What has been the most disappointing aspect to you of the last 2 games?
Disappointing. I wouldn't say just being disappointed and being down or anything, just because we all know what we have to do. We know what it takes to win. We know what it feels like to win. So we just got to go out there and execute. We got to execute the game plan. We have to make sure we're locked in during walkthrough or shoot around. That's where it starts. It starts then. And if we're locked in there, it always translates. So we have to make sure we're just locked in on each and every personnel. And that's it. It's no down or anything like that. We're going to come back and keep it going.